Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we are going to be decorating my weekly overview for the week of May 18th through the 24th. And I do a Sunday start, that's why it's the 18th instead of 19th. So this is the actual spread that we're working on. And this page was a pink leftover from how I'm kind of franken planning and putting together a planner to make 2-page dailies. So I had these pink stripes and I just covered them with a little bit of washi there to kind of make it closer to this color, but it's not. And then we move into the next week, which is going to be the all this teal, which is going to be really cute. So I just cover this up to kind of mellow them out from the pink, but we do still have pink on this page, so it's still okay to have this shaded pink blocks. And that's what I'm doing in between every week to kind of transition to the next week. I like a weekly overview, and then I do daily pages. And if you haven't seen my videos before, I make a 2-page daily. We will do that one next in the next video. But for this video, it's just the weekly overview where I kind of pre-plan my week, like appointments that I might have, things that I want to get done on certain days. If somebody's traveling, that will all go here, and then it can be moved into the day. So I'll just show you how this week kind of looks. This is my weekly pre-plan, and so this is for Sunday, for instance, Monday, Tuesday, etc. So we are now on Friday, and I wanted to get ahead for next week. So I'd really like to get this and maybe Sunday decorated so that they're ready to plan in come Sunday. I decided to use this big Happy Planner boho book, and we have a lot of different color palettes in here, so I kind of like that. Last time I went with this kind of dark one, and this time I want to go with like this fun lighter color. So, alright, so this is the set that I'm looking at, and you kind of have like sticker kits in here. It kind of jumps around where you can find some matching, you know, sets of things. I'm thinking of these two top ones. I had the peach here and the peach here, and this, so it's kind of light blue and this kind of peachy color. And then we're going to go through and grab like some of the accents that will work with that. So I'm going to get my 2 extra pages out and kind of grab some of the stickers, and we'll see like what all we're going to end up putting on the spread. I always like to grab boxes and then just some decorative things, as long as it kind of coordinates. Okay, and we are under a tornado watch right now. Not a tornado warning, thankfully, although those do sometimes come after. So, you actually won't notice. They'll be edited out, but I may have to go take cover. But I don't think. I looked at the radar. It's not too bad, I don't think. Okay. Anything that goes, I mean, these kind of go. We'll just, the reason I like to kind of grab everything of the color basically is I don't want to just have like maybe these flags left at the end of my sticker book. And also, you may have noticed if you've been watching the channel, I'm rotating through sticker books because I want to get rid of, you know, sticker books. Meaning I have a lot of sticker books, not as much as some people, but definitely probably more than I would necessarily need. I like the, does that match? Maybe this one kind of goes. Maybe it's too dark. From what I'm looking through my sticker books, I kind of think sometimes like, I'm just gonna grab these decorative ones out instead of grabbing off stickers, and then if I want some of them, I can add them, and then I'll just stick them back in the sticker book like always if I don't need them. Anyway, I was looking through my sticker books and I was thinking, can I even finish all of these in an entire lifetime? Like, I don't even know. So I'm making an effort to just use my sticker books right now. So I'll rotate through and then just like get one finished is the plan. Still looks a little dark, but you know what? We're gonna have to go with some of them. So we'll grab that one. Looks blue enough. Grab it, don't, that's a little dark, huh? Put that back up here. And let's see what's back here. noted the plan. Those will work. Possibly these two. Well, definitely this one will work. So we'll grab that one out. It's already like a box cluster for me. That's nice. This one is just brings in that green, but I think we can do it anyway. So we just won't set it down all the way so they don't stick on top of each other. Okay. So this is how I just kind of go through and grab what I'm looking for. So we can come back for some of these as well if we want to, but I think this is good for now. So let's just get started. So before I even started the video, I did date this, so May 2025, and I dated with the 18th over here because I do a Sunday start, and I liked how the days were. Usually I just reday and I would put Sunday over here, but I think these are cute days. I like how they're written, like the font and the colors, so I'm leaving it. Still think it's cute, and I will start Sunday over here and then just bounce over to Monday. Okay, I think maybe the colors we're working with aren't gonna really go with this bright pink. I didn't even think of that. So we'll just do this peachy over here for my happy list. I know it's still gonna be pink. We'll see what we can end up doing. And I did go into this dark peachy pink for the dates, but that's okay. I mean, a shaded box is a shaded box, but maybe we can get some decoration over there. I guess not everything has to be perfect, for sure. All right, so I usually do some kind of box cluster thing over here, so I'm just gonna do this one. And the one thing I want to tell you, this is a memory keeping planner. So you can see you have like some grid boxes, dot grid, and lined boxes. That's one of the things that are really fun about this type of planner. You get some extra, it kind of is decoration, and then it's just like fun little boxes to write in as well. So I do like that. If I put it mostly over here, I'm gonna wait on that, but what I do want to get on is this one. We'll put it down here. And we'll get it on a box, this noted box. I don't really like the black writing and font, so we're just gonna act like it's not there. As long as we can get this one straight, I think it'll be fine. Whoops. Straightish. Nope. Not quite. Let's do that again. Hello. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take the pages out. Sometimes I forget to do that. But when they are out, they're definitely easier to work with. Okay, I don't really love that placement, but it's gonna be okay. And then we will do, oh, this is upside down. Why does that look funny? Then we'll do this one with the peachy box over here. I could put this like completely in the box. I know a lot of people do that. I don't know, I offset them for some reason. And then the lines are gonna be a little sideways. Can I do it without that? This quote says, "All good things are wild and free." That's kind of fun. It is Henry David Thoreau. So when I was originally setting up this weekly, I did not think about the colors that I was going to be using. So these are a little off. They're a little brighter than what the actual color palette ended up being, but that's okay. But I am going to white out this because of that. And I did actually cover the days for this one spread. I'm also going to just white out this Enjoy Every Moment, even though the tone is okay, because I want to put this box here. Okay, so I'm not worried about the colors not exactly matching, and I thought the camera was on, but I forgot to push record. I just added a couple flowers here, these strips, and then 2 quotes. Now, I ripped some stickers trying to move them around when I had a family interruption, so that's not great, but it's okay. I think I'm gonna just do a cluster of these flowers. Down here. So we're mixing bright colors with pastel colors, and pastels are never my favorite. I'm like not a fan at all, but I thought it could be cute to put a spread with pastels for now. And I think let's just do some flowers up here. I like things in my corner, or I feel like it's a little unfinished. And we might do one over here to kind of be like a corner selection. Yeah, that's cute enough. And I think we need a couple florals down here. Are we done? I'm thinking we're close to done. We'll get these things on. They're just like little accents that I think could be nice to add some color. Let's see, we'll put a flag here, maybe over here. Flag down here, and these little things, they're practical stickers, and I don't really utilize them a lot. It's not really how I plan practically. No, I do plan practically, but I just don't need like a little flag to tell me where to plan kind of thing. We'll do a flower there to cover up that ugliness there. This says weekend project, but we already have something there, so we'll just put it over here. And it doesn't really matter. Okay. Couple more things. We can put this where? We'll put it here. These 2 triangles. Big plans. I think I'm gonna put the big plans over this heart just to give it a little color there. And then this last big plans, we'll put it over here. Okay, so now it's just some floral there. I'm just gonna do some of these smaller ones. Like maybe these 3, if I can get it off. And we'll maybe just make a little corner and flower in this box. I don't know. All right. So it's definitely a cute spread. I think something needs to be here. Okay, what if we do some of these as bullets down here? I think we'll start with the blue. And it'll just give it a little something there. You can space it out. I write big anyway, so spaced out is fine. And then we'll finish with the blue. Okay, that's cute enough. So now everything looks pretty much filled in enough for me. Okay, and so again, this is going to be a pre-planned. So I'll have meals in a section. My planned workouts, I like to plan ahead so I can kind of see like what I'm thinking. Although when the day comes, sometimes I just do what I feel like anyway. Look, we have, I'm not going to use this box, it was just too big, but we have these two as well, so we'll just add a couple more things. But yeah, so it's going to be pre-planned for workouts, dinners, and maybe like some household stuff if I'm going somewhere with my mom. Things like that will be what this is a pre-plan for. And then my pre-plan for just my social media is back here from yesterday's video, and that is already on the channel. Well, I don't know here. Kind of working some things out still in this last little bit. It says that first, and then it has the flower that I put right there. That's okay. I kind of like it over here, kind of like a bigger ending to this line. Okay, and then yeah, as I was saying with the pastels, they are a little off, but that's okay. With the main planner, but that's okay, I don't mind. All right, so that is it for this decorating of my weekly overview. And then now we'll go into Sunday's 2-page daily. And when I have extra stickers like this, I'm just gonna put them back in the planner, the sheets, but I'm gonna take this off and put it back where it belongs so I can still have my 2 sheets. I'm just gonna put it here because it's easier. It's a bigger spot. You don't have to line it up as well. Actually, you kind of do have to line it up as well. Forget that. Put it here. Anyway, and then we'll stick these back in for next time that I use this sticker book. Okay, so let's get it back in the planner. Yeah, it really did end up cute, and especially if you cover up like these pink here, that's a cute spread. This pink does throw it off, but that's okay. When you want a colorful planner, you kind of have to go with that. And I usually decorate more colorful like this, so it has worked out so far. Where are we? Okay, so it is Friday, and I wanted to do all this yesterday, and I just got a little behind on some other things, so we are doing it today. Okay, definitely cute enough. It's gonna be fun to plan in. And again, my weekly pre-plan area for all of my, everything in my 2-day planner, which is like 6, except for my social media, work, YouTube stuff. All right, well, that is it for this video. Stay tuned for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2-page daily decorations. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're going to be planning for Sunday, May 18th. Oh, not planning. I keep saying planning, but I really mean decorating. We did the weekly overview. This is like a pre-plan weekly overview. A lot of daily planners do have a weekly overview, not all of them, but they're very helpful because it kind of shows you your week at once, and then you can get more detailed onto your daily pages. So this is going to be a, let's go back one, where am I? This is gonna be for Sunday, May 18th. I'm gonna pull the pages out before I get too distracted. And if you've been watching my channel for this month, you can see that we're on a different color now. We're doing the pink stripes from last week, and now we are going into this kind of teal blue, which is really pretty. And I think it's gonna be fun to decorate. So we're using Color Story in this planner, in this 2-page daily. So this is a weekly vertical happy planner. You guys probably recognize that. And I'm going to create a 2-page daily out of it so that I can basically have 6 planner of content on these 2 pages. And I just open up to one page, one spread, and I have everything I need. So from Color Story, we have a lot of little like kits in here type thing where you have some colors and then stickers that kind of match them. So for this week, I'm thinking of these 2 stickers. So I'm gonna pull this page out, and I'm also just gonna pull these pages that match it out as well. So I'll show you what you usually have in this book. I really do like this book. Okay, so that's the whole thing. I think there's like 6 pages here. It's kind of a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside. So again, I'm going with these 2 kind of softer color palettes. So like this one would maybe match more with these. You can see some of them match these darker ones. So you can choose like obviously however you want, but it's kind of created where you can make 2 spreads per set of stickers. Like these are darker, so they might be more for those. These are lighter, they might be more for these. And that is how it is set up. Pretty cute. So we're gonna go ahead and decide what we're gonna use on this spread. All right, so I'm gonna start real quickly just whiting out these days. And I do that because this is only going to be for Sunday. So it's not a weekly now, it's a 2-page daily. I really love this blue. Start with washi. So it's really hard for me to choose washi that I like. I kind of just grab for the same ones, and I'm just gonna do it again because for one, it gets good use, right? And for 2, I always think it's cute. This is just, it actually has a rose gold bows on there, and it has like an ombre teal to blue. So I think it's gonna match pretty well. And I like to do the top and bottom with some washi, just like some decoration. It helps hide the white out, for one. And I feel like it, you know, starts the page and finishes the page. It's kind of like my thought process here. This is a left-hand washi, so it takes a little bit of practice to not pull it upside down, which I've done a couple times, but I caught myself pretty early. And I'm gonna do that top and bottom. And like, if this is the only thing that I did, it would still be pretty cute for the week or for the day. Because again, this is for one day. Look how cute these little polka dots are down there. I'm gonna leave those in. Sometimes I cover over here, but and make it go all the way to the shaded box. I'm gonna cut it early. I might have to straighten that a little. Okay. So this is called Disconnect to Connect, or yeah, I think Disconnect to Connect, this set of stickers. It's from a wellness planner from, I believe, 2020 and 2021, an 18-month. I actually have it somewhere, I think, unless it didn't make the cut and got donated. that did happen. So I like having 2 decorative boxes per spread. It ends up pretty cute. Before I set that completely down, let's find the box that we're gonna lay it down with. Like, should we do something like this? What's the other? Yeah, we'll do this colorful one here. And I've done this a couple times now. I'm turning it horizontally. And I'm doing that because even though it has lines, it'll be fine, honestly. But sometimes I just like how the horizontal boxes look. And when I write in it, it really doesn't matter. I don't always stay in the lines anyway when I'm writing, so I write so big. Okay, so now for the next one, we're gonna use this one. Now this sticker down here kind of looks more like it goes with this, although the color goes more with these two. So we'll leave it aside just in case. Look at this, woohoo. It's cute how they have like little quotes and stuff on there. Okay, so I'm going to put it, we'll do a similar thing, but I think we'll put the next box under. We'll still do it horizontally, this other box. So I'm thinking this one matches better and those match the darker colors a little better. So we'll line this up. Yep, that's good. Okay. This box barely has a border. Actually, you know what? I don't even know what I'm thinking. That is right in my timeline, so these have to be changed. I like the setup, but they just need to be moved back. Whoops, 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 whoops. Okay. That's why I often do my timeline first, so that I know where I'm putting it. But okay, we'll do it like this. Maybe like a little over, maybe down. Okay, we're gonna completely kind of change it. It looked fine, but whoop. I don't love it as much. I think I'm gonna try to put this over the washi a little. Let's see how we like that. No, that's too high. All right, let's go low then. Okay, that's fine. Now they're exactly the same, which was what I was trying to avoid. You know, they're okay, but it's okay. Now, for favorite picture of the week, so we don't totally have this peach on here. We do have the green. So I think I'm gonna skip this and just grab the green. It says, start making time to live my best life. Press pause. Okay. It is going to cover up this like picture, favorite picture this week, and noted. I'm going to kind of off-center it just a little. No, I don't like that. Let's see if this is going to come up on Happy Planner paper. Oh, we can do it. Sometimes when you blow up a big sticker like this, it kind of runs the sticker. I actually like this how it is. It's cute. I'm not going to use this. Yeah. Alright, because this looks like a cute box already. We just need something up there. So let's get like a decorative thing up there. wonder if this refresher sole would cover it a little. It's probably not quite big enough. Okay. Your life is as good as your mindset. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna put that up there. And that covers the picture problem, favorite picture of the week problem. It's okay. All right, so let's get some quotes on here just to bring in some color. We can do some purple over here. I actually have enough quotes over here. This says, you got to nourish to flourish. Okay. Some of these this week. We can add those. We'll go to, I think this kind of purple one over here for some color. Yeah, I like that. And we will add some of these boxes. I think I'm gonna put these two together and I'll do it down here. Stop the glorification of busy. I do like that because it matches this. I think I like it better than this thing. Let's take this one off and put that up there. So this guy can just go back there. Yeah, we can start the page with this. This is cute. Alright, that's definitely better. So I think we're gonna not use this page. What else do we have here that we can use? Okay, so during family interruption time, I had these two stickers. I added these two boxes. I don't love the placement, but they're gonna be okay. Put some of these on. Can at least use two of these, I think. And then we might grab some washi. So this is Hello Weekend Plans. If you see my videos, you know, this is crooked, but I can't fix it because I was ripping. I don't really care what they say. I'm grabbing them for color. And I never read it when it's on there. You know, I never read, I just write what I need to write. So that is how it works when I plan. I'm just going to put them across the box. I like how the color looks there. Okay, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to use these. I'll leave them aside just in case, and I might do, I'm going to check, is there any kind of washi that might look cute inside the boxes? That's kind of what we're looking for. I might try these pastel stripes. I don't know about them though. We're gonna have to look and see how they look. I think they're okay. So I'm gonna grab them and use them. And I just do this to add a little more color. It's not really needed for the washi. I try to bring the spread together sometimes with it. It doesn't always work. Yeah, I think I'll bring this one down here. I do think I'm going to move this somewhere. Maybe up here. And this one down. Okay, so another quick family interruption, and I just added, what, this and this, I think? So just like a little bit more color for that. But I think everything looks pretty cute overall, honestly. I like it. So let's get it back in the planner. First, we're going to grab all of these stickers and put them in the front of this book, which is essentially all loose pages now. But what I really want to do is focus on finishing my sticker books. Oh, well, before I get ahead of myself, let's get the date on here. I'm just going to stick the date up here in the corner, Sunday. And it's in purple, May and 18th from Mojo Jojo Plans Pastel Dated. And now it's ready to go back in the planner. All right, so it is Friday. And we're just getting it decorated ahead. This is the weekly overview. Now we have Sunday done, and actually it's really cute. I think it turned out well. And it's going to be fun and cute to plan in. So we still have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the rest of the week to decorate. That will be coming up for next week, May 18th through the 24th. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're going to be decorating for Monday, May 19th. We have the weekly overview done, and this is where I like pre-plan for the week. Sunday is done, and now we're going to pull up the pages for Monday. Now, real quickly, if you haven't seen my channel, I make a 2-page, which is like a weekly spread, into a 2-page daily, and I started the week with a weekly overview. So I'm going to pull out these 2 pages, and these are both going to be decorated for Thursday. The stickers that I'm using for this spread are the I Can, I Will sticker book from Wrong Wrong, and I'm thinking like this leopard print with the palm leaves mix that we have here and the peach. We'll see how it actually comes together, but those are the stickers that I'm looking at because there's plenty of decorative stickers, boxes, and everything else that I need. Now the first thing for maintenance, I'm going to white out these days at the top, and I do this because this is both sides are going to be for Monday. So it is no longer a weekly spread. If you don't recognize it, this is a Big Happy Planner memory keeping planner. They don't make these anymore, but it's essentially a Big Happy Planner vertical. And I think now you can just get like memory pages to pop into your regular vertical planner. But I think it's a shame because it kind of has some fun design features like the dot grid, the lines, the grid. some little quotes, but maybe that wasn't so popular. So I like it, but I can see how maybe some people wouldn't like it. Okay, I'm gonna grab some washi out, and I'm trying to think what will look nice with what I'm going for, because sometimes washi can really make or break it. Okay, as crazy as this sounds, I think I'm gonna go with this pink animal print with the copper foil washi. It's bold. We'll see how it looks. There's always a chance when you start a spread and you're not gonna like all of them. Hopefully you like some of them. But overall the point is to get some cute color on there to make it fun to decorate. That's what I would say the point is most of the time for most people. So the colors, I was really looking forward to getting into this blue lined section here because I was in the bright pink before, and now I'm adding pink, but that's okay. It's just fun to have a switch up of colors. But it is still fun to have colors. Like when I look at the ones that don't have any color, they're just the thin lines, I think it looks really boring. But I know it's easier to kind of work with when you're doing spreads that way. But I just had a couple of weeks recently where I didn't have time to decorate, and I was using the She Plans planner, which is, by the way, my favorite layout. It's a one-page daily, and I just added a page to make a two-page daily with that. But it's a print and plan planner, and I had these physically, so that's why I'm using these. Anyway, back to the She Plans. When I didn't decorate it for like 2.5 weeks, it was really plain. It's an elegant planner, so it wasn't as bad, but I'm just not for the plain planners. So it's kind of nice to have this switch to color on every page so that I know that even if I can't decorate it for a week or two, it's still going to look cute when I write in it. Anyway. Alright, that's fun. I like that more than I thought I was going to. Because like I said, I'm not an animal print kind of gal. But let's grab the girl here. She has a quote. I can and I will. If I can get her off. So yeah, this page is kind of what I was looking at as, you know, the page. I know it doesn't necessarily go together. It doesn't have to go together, but I kind of like it. I'm just going to put her down here. It does look crooked, but you know what? I'm not going to move it. I'm not going to risk it on this paper. It's okay. So now let's flip back to the front here. I was thinking I could use her again up here. I might do that. I don't always like using the same girl. Actually, I don't usually like using the same girl, but I'm just gonna do it. And it's gonna be fun colors anyway. Okay. Yeah, I like it still. All right. We have these little strips here that we can use. Let's see what else. I like this box. I think I'm gonna put it with that can. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll do a girl with this one. We'll do this girl. I think we'll do that. So I like to have boxes up here in my wellness. This is, although one big box though, it's okay. And I'll have her here, slightly lower maybe. Maybe I don't want to right above that. Okay. You might put her down here with this and do something else over there. So this area is like my cleaning area. Whoops. And I'm going to put her pretty far down here. Alright, so I need something over here and something over here. Let's see what we have. I think I am just going to put this gal above this gal because we need 2 on each page, I feel like. So I'm just going to move her a little higher so it doesn't look maybe as, you know, right above, and then maybe in a little. That's not bad. Okay, so we have 2 boxes left there. Let's see. I want to use these because they match this kind of spot. But where to use them? And this kind of looks like another set with the palm leaves because I went with these flowers. So that's okay. Do like a speckle strip there. And maybe one in the corner, I don't know. Alright, we need a couple more things. I'm going to leave this as it is, even though it doesn't really match the tone of the rest of the spread. I just think it's too cute to cover up those little numbers and the colorful. I really like it. But we can get a couple of these boxes on here today. I like little boxes in my wellness to track things, like my coffee. We need kind of this color over here somewhere. We'll put it up here. This says meeting, by the way, and I'm probably just going to put the temperature because this is my weather area. I'll probably just put the temperature in that little box. Okay, so for a couple more things just to top it off, there's this floral, which matches, it's kind of like this one here, so I think that could be cute. Coming on the bottom, we'll scoot it over a little. The bottom and the top of the page, I think. Maybe we do it like this. Okay, so just hanging it off so I can trim it and then have another piece to put on top. And that way both sides have some of the florals on there. I still feel like I need something here and maybe, you know, maybe a couple spots. Okay, I want a little box over here just to add a little more something. And we still haven't added my time blocking lines, so those will be on here too. I'm gonna grab this quote. It says, "Be so good, they can't ignore you." And I'm just gonna put it up here in my wellness section. Try to get it a little straight. Okay, and then I think we're gonna go with a secondary washi. So we definitely have some plainness here, but also before I do that, I will go ahead and get my lines on so that I know how much room I'm gonna have. We'll do this one over here. Okay, and I like the lines in pencil for my timeline. And then right up here where I'm writing is my top 3. Okay, that's my timeline, and I think I want to write it in my black friction pen in case I need to erase it. So my first three are my top three. This would be a 9 a.m., 10, 11, and those are all a little squished, but that's okay. So now you can kind of see what it's really going to look like. And then, like I said, the other washi I'm really hoping we can use to really bring it together. And what I would like to do maybe is this greenery. I did this the other day when I had some florals, and I thought it was just really cute how it brought color to the spread and kind of tied things together. So if I can find the end here. There we go. I like it well enough. So I just had this one kind of skip around her. I know. It's the first time I've done that through a sticker like that. I like it. Okay. That is actually it. So if we had different stickers, I would definitely put something down there. Like something over here. So I'll go through one more time, but I don't really have flags or circles. We had these. You know, like I could put appointment here. I think I will do that. It's something. You know what? I think I like it better at the edge of this. Yeah, I might like that better. Okay, and there are like no quotes over here. So I thought I could maybe just put one here. And maybe I will erase these. The 10 and the 11 p.m. And a little bit of this line to get that on there. Okay. So the last thing before we put it back in the planner is just to get the date on there, and that will be super quick. Okay, and we have Monday, May. Let me just skip it over. Monday, May 19th. Okay, that pulled together pretty nicely. So let's get it back in the planner. So we have Sunday done, and now we have Monday done, all ready to go. Stay tuned, and we will be doing the rest of the week decorating to get ready for planning. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with the Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with the Plan. In this video, we're going to be decorating for Tuesday, May 20th. We're getting right through May, aren't we? So for this week, we've already done the weekly overview, which is where I pre-plan. We've done Sunday, Monday, and now we're going to pull out for Tuesday. If you haven't seen my videos before, I use a 2-page daily spread. So I grab a weekly Happy Planner spread and I change it into a 2-page daily. Okay, we're out of that. I am using a Happy Planner vertical, but it's actually a memory keeping planner from 2017. And that's why it has these other cute lines and dot grid. Has some prompts about pictures. Okay, so one of the first things I do to make this into a 2-page daily is decorate it and set up my timeline. I keep my timeline over here on the right side, and then everything, all my tasks over here on the left. So I drew in my timeline. I do this over here with a pencil, and then I write in my times with this friction fine liner. It ends up being kind of like a charcoal color. And I like to do that first, although I sometimes forget, because then when I'm decorating, I remember that this is supposed to be my timeline instead of getting carried away and just putting stickers everywhere. So this is the big farmhouse book from Happy Planner, one of their older books. And I like this sticker here. It has that rose gold foil and some florals. I'm just using these extra pages to kind of grab some things that I think will match. And I think all 3 of these shades will go cute. I'll put that on an accent page. And then maybe even this green, but we might come back for that because it really matches that. The other sticker for decorative boxes is There Is Beauty and Simplicity. I thought the shades kind of match with the different florals. We have some checklists here we might come back for. Let's grab some of these off. So I do like to grab my stickers completely out of the book. So we'll do this green because we see a little in here. So that I don't have to keep flipping around. And we can come back, but I'm going to leave this page out over to the side. I'm not a huge fan of these wreaths, so we'll wait on those. I do like these as decoration. So let's grab some of these. And I'll just do 3, and then I can have 3 for whenever I do a spread with these again. right, and I do like some headings, so we'll do notes and to do. Definitely some in the green, since we're bringing it in. And then some in this light color too. That's probably plenty. But if we need more, I might bring in this color here, because there's plenty of those as well. And let's see. We'll come back here to the washi. So we have some fun, smaller decoration here. I think that could work. Some checklist items, we can come back for those. Okay, so the washi has this exact pink that matches there. So I'm gonna grab those out. Those can be my inside washi, but I'm still gonna do a top and bottom washi. If you have seen my channel before, you know that I like to put washi on the top and bottom in like a pretty decorative color. Okay, so possibly this box too. Is that what we have? Yeah, I like it because it's a little different. It has more of this color up there. Okay, I am going to grab out one of these little decoration pages, so let's see which one I want to grab. So these are all specifically for dinner, but as with any decoration, I don't really care what it says. I'm going to probably just use it as an accent, so I'm going to set that aside. And maybe these arrows just for something else, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so now that we are set up with our timeline, we can really just start getting the stickers on. And this is such a pretty sticker. I like to do decorative stickers with boxes. So let's start. And this one I really, oh, no, it's already ripping, but I like to do a horizontal box, even though it's not a horizontal box, just to give some variety. And I've been writing in these, even though they have the vertical lines, and it's been fine. And we'll put like a little decoration there or something there to hide that. And let's do it in the green, the plan. Okay. For this week, I think I'm gonna put just a today sticker in there. And any of those stickers would have worked, honestly. And then I have 2 checklists that I want to work with. So let's put maybe one up here. Now this says to do, and this is my weather section, but that's okay. Just getting one on each page. I do have a lot of peach over here, so we're gonna have to bring in some green. Instead of favorite picture, let's let's do a floral there. And maybe a heading to do. Yep, that works fine. We will get a yes please over here. I'm going to put today over this instead of to do, because it's about the weather. And that doesn't always matter to me, but every now and then. And this, just because it's cuter, I guess we'll do a different heading too. And it'll say notes. Okay, we'll get some of these strips on. Just adds a little bit of color, and I mean a little. These are pastels, which are my least favorite. I'm not a pastel fan, just because it's really hard to see them. It kind of looks like very little is on the page, you know? Just like the blue line is so pretty, and then you have this kind of plain line. Since this is big, this will actually cover these boxes, so I might do that, just come across. And I like these to have sections up here. This is where I put my wellness. So it's fun to have boxes, but instead we can have a washi strip sticker. And then this kind of plain one. I don't know. We'll wait on that. This one I'm going to put here, and then I will put like a heading with it, like to do works. I don't know, I guess I'm just going to accent under this blue. It's something. Okay. We'll pull this in from the top here, and we will still get a washi strip up on the top. And I have one more to work with. I think I'm just going to put down here. Alright. So all we have left are these like headings and some circles. So we'll get those somewhere. New adventure on the horizon. This says enjoy today. It's a really, really pastel flower that's floral. It's cute. You could probably even write on that because it's so light. Alright, a to do can be here. That already says to do there. So let's change this one to notes. Even though that says notes down there, that's okay. Maybe we switch this one actually for the color. And I'm just going to put celebrate because it has a little bit of that rose gold, which I think is nice. And then we have notes and notes. And we're going to do to do and notes. Sometimes I try not to read the little signs. It doesn't really matter, but if they're double, like the same thing on top of each other, I don't really like that. All right. So I had to do up here. Okay, so I'm just gonna add the washi to the top and bottom, and I chose this green stripe because I don't think there's quite enough green. It's mostly that peachy color, which is not my favorite color at all. Okay, and I think that is cute enough. The only other thing I was thinking is maybe doing a couple hearts kind of falling down, cascading down over here. So let's kind of do that. And that just adds a little color on this side, which stays pretty plain on my timeline over here. I need it to all be on the edge so that I have room to write. But I do like popping in a little bit of cuteness. Okay. And we'll lift this one up a little. And now that is done and ready to go back into the planner. Okay, and so this is the 2-page daily, all decorated for Tuesday, May 20th. Check back to the channel and we will be decorating the rest of the week. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamara with the Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today on Tamara with the Plan. In this video, we're going to be decorating in my main planner, and we are going to be decorating for May 22nd, which is Thursday. 22nd, I'm pretty sure. May 21st, which is Wednesday. So May 21st, Wednesday, is what we're decorating for. I'm gonna pull the pages out. Now, if you haven't seen my videos before, I make a Happy Planner vertical into a 2-page daily. So this is both for Tuesday. I have a timeline over here, and then I fill in my other sections. And that's how I'm using a vertical Happy Planner. So that's what we're decorating for today. So it's a weekly vertical planner from Happy Planner, and it's actually the memory keeping version, which gives you some fun lines and grids and dot grid boxes as well, which are just cute to decorate in. So one of the first things I do is white out the days because I don't need these up here. This is only going to be for one day. And then I am going to go ahead and start my timeline. So I don't always do this on camera, but basically what I'm doing is doing a 1/2 inch line all the way down this right side of the page so that I can make a timeline out of it. So it's like an hourly layout by the time I'm done with it over on this right side. So I do time blocking more than I do like exact timing events. And I kind of like to see how I'm going to use my day that way. It kind of keeps me on schedule. I can look in like what time frame I'm in and see like what I'm supposed to be doing or what I would like to get done. Because I'm making a daily planner, let's fix that line, that was a little crooked. because I'm making a 2-page daily planner out of a weekly planner, I expect that I'm going to have to do some maintenance. Which I don't really mind because it turns out it turns into a planner exactly what I need. So we get 6 spots each slot, and I know that's a little crooked. Sometimes that does happen. I just need to take a little more time to line it up. But once everything's decorated, it's not super noticeable if it's crooked or not. Like slightly. I'm sure if it's really off, it would be noticeable. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to move into writing my times in, and I have just been using my Friction Fine Liner. I don't know what brand this is. Does it say? Oh, Pilot Friction Fine Liner that I got from Walmart. And I've just been using this dark gray color. It kind of goes with anything. I tried to put some cute colors early on, and they end up looking a little off with the design. So I might wait that out. Choose happy. We'll leave it in for now, because sometimes it can help with the design. This ends up looking a little plain over here, so we'll see. And I can always write over here instead. So this timeline like this gets me from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. and I could add 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 6 a.m. later on if I needed to. Okay, so for my stickers today, I'm using this Wrong Party Time, and I'm thinking of using purple, teal, and the peach colors on here. So I'm gonna open this page and let's grab some washi that might work. I think I'm gonna go with this purple lavender washi and see how that looks. Actually, I'm gonna wipe this Choose Happy out now. I know I said I was gonna wait, but I think it's just too bright. It is possible a sticker will go over it, but we'll see. Okay, so that's looking pretty cute. Now let's get into some of our stickers. So this box is pretty and actually matches what I did with the washi. Although it wasn't what the direction I thought I was gonna go. I think we're gonna grab it now anyway. Let's just make that nice in the center. can grab these girls. So we'll do the pink and the, or sorry, the purple and the kind of bluish here is what we'll use. Do these two. Well, just gonna put her down here. So we'll wait on that. This can maybe. I think we're gonna have to find some smaller boxes too. So. Kind of put the shader box down here. So we will use some of these checklists and headings. This is a really pretty checklist. Look how nice that looks. And we'll do one down here. Let's get some of these cute headings on. Top priority. think a tea time. There. Just put that one back. Okay. We are looking cute, and then always we have this like empty space over here, so we definitely need to put something there. It says life is like a cup of tea to be filled with to the brim and enjoyed with friends. I put that kind of in the corner. And it'll look cute with this bow here. Okay. I'm going to do a little teacup setup here, which is like my top 3 area. I think I'll center it. And I think we could put this washi strip on the side. See how that's gonna look. I think it's gonna be pretty cute. So let's check. Yeah, I like that pretty well. Maybe could have scooted it in a little, but I still like it. Okay, something over there to cover that. Because it says picture this week, otherwise I wouldn't really probably bother. Let's do a top priority maybe. See, it just covered perfectly. And I might do some bullets down here just to make it, you know, some color right here. And I'm only gonna go with the purple and the blues. So this is where I put my son's list for what they're gonna do for the day. So we'll just alternate these. Oh. That peeled peeled off with the paper. That's why it didn't stick. That's funny. Okay. Now we got it. That'll stick. There's a little paper dot. And we'll do that one more time. That's cute enough. Teacup there by noted. And then maybe one more here. Okay, so I think we just get the date on and then we are done. It is a good thing we're almost done with May because I am almost out of May stickers. But here we have Wednesday, May 21st. Okay, so that's ready to go back in the planner. And that is it for Wednesday in this really cute Wrong Party Time Tea Party sticker book. It's like a Bridgerton theme sticker book and it's just so elegant and beautiful. I love it. So check back for the rest of the week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and other videos coming up on the channel soon. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're going to be decorating for Thursday, May 22nd. And we just finished Wednesday, May 21st. If you haven't seen my channel yet, I make a weekly vertical spread from Happy Planner turn into a 2-page daily that looks like this with a timeline here and all my sections over here. That's what I do for every day of the week. So every day is a double page spread. Now we're ready to decorate Thursday, May 22nd. I'm gonna pull out the pages. And set the planner aside. And for this day, I decided to use this big Taming the Wild sticker book. Okay. I'm not really a animal print kind of gal, so this is definitely not my favorite sticker book, but I'm gonna see what kind of spread it can come up with. I think it's gonna be a fun spread anyway. Now because I'm making this into a 2-page daily, I don't need these days at the top, and I'm just gonna white them out. So this planner is a 2017 Happy Planner Vertical Undated Memory Keeping Planner. Look how cute this little heart is. The next thing I do for my daily planner is I make a timeline on the right side. I like it on the right side every day, and I love a timeline because it helps keep me on track for what I need to do during my day. The vertical is fun as well because it kind of gives me my morning time block, my afternoon time block, and my evening time block. So I like that. My plan for my Happy Planners, making them into 2-page dailies, is going to be to change it up so that I can use the Happy Planners that I like. They're all big and they're all either undated or outdated planners, mostly outdated, but just planners that I thought were really cute, and I haven't used them yet. And so since I'm altering pages anyway to make a 2-page daily, I can use an undated or a dated that I have to redate. So I'm just whiting out the top anyway. So I'm gonna switch it up every month and just kind of try different layouts for the 2-page daily. And I'm actually looking forward to next month. We're gonna be using a dashboard layout for June, and that's going to be fun to turn into a 2-page daily. I already have a couple mock-ups of how it's gonna look, and I think it's gonna look good. But we still have 2 weeks in this month. This week and next. So I'm making these 1/2 inch each, and that gives me plenty of room for my big handwriting. I also like to do it in pencil because I like the lighter line. We get 6 sections in each box, and I do use the double box across for one hour. So that's it, easy enough for my timeline. And now I like to write it in this kind of charcoal gray Pilot friction fine liner that I have, and I just write in the times. I'm starting at 9 a.m., but I do have space if I ever wanted to go to 8, 7, and 6. But right now I'm using that as my top 3 of what I want to get done per day. So now you can see, like, this ends at 11 a.m. and then I go into my afternoon time block, and then it ends at 5 p.m. and now I go into my evening time block. Okay, now if I ever wanted to, I could use this as like 9 and 9:30, 10, 10:30, but right now I just kind of use it as a chunk of time. Alright, so I was excited to get to this light blue color in my planner. I think it's pretty. So I think we're gonna match it with, let's see, we'll do like the grays and maybe the blacks and the dark blues if we're in here. So like this, maybe this, those are cute. Because we have these long side boxes, I'm gonna just grab one. I love this kind of taupe. I might grab that. Let's do the taupe too. So maybe the taupe and the blue, we'll see. So I'm going to cover this up, even though I really love this color shaded box. I do want to cover this favorite picture of the week, and plus I do want to use this sticker since I have it. So that is the idea here. Just try to get it straight. Pretty straight. Yep, it's pretty straight. Okay. We'll go back and get this decorative box, and then we'll see. That is really pretty. What do we want to pair it with? I kind of like this black and gold. We'll see, because it could go, yeah, we might do that, the black and gold. But first let's find a box to put this on. The boxes in here are interesting. They're all like curvy. Some fun quotes. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm okay if I go a little in my timeline, as long as I don't cover it all, which I have done before, and it's kind of annoying when I do that to myself. Okay, something. And then this one says aim for the stars. So it's kind of like a star pattern on both. And let's find like a beigey box. Some type. I'm gonna go more something like this here. So what if we do aim for the stars kind of hanging off here? This one's gonna be hard to get off, I know. Well, not as bad as I thought. Now this is one of the things I like about the memory keeping planner is the lines give me like extra guide for putting on stickers. Okay, let's do some checklists. I love this like midnight blue. It's like actually a black blue. And then this taupe. I want some gold over here, so let's see about quote. We like the create your own adventure up here. It says Brave Soul, and I'm just going to put it down here. That is taking all my 11 p.m. But I am usually just say something like go to bed down there anyway. Don't really plan that late. I like some of these. Let's see. Just adding like a decoration strip. And we'll do the taupe on the other side here. Okay. I am going to white out this really bright right now. And let's get some washi. Just like a stars and moon, so I think that's kind of fun. And for the stars, always believe in your wildest dreams, but it has stars on there. We're just going to do that on the top and the bottom for a little decoration. Okay. So we're looking for something in here and in here. And maybe a couple more things. We'll see what else. That kind of just looks like the washi, but it's not. This one says allow yourself to grow. Enjoy the wild ride. This one says dream with all your heart. To get it done up here in my top 3. focus on up there. Today's goal, and we'll do one more, make it happen. I still like my blue heart there. Alright, so we'll do this. Well, let's see what other ones we have. Alright, so for the last part, I'm just going to grab this You Are Made of Star sticker and cut it and just kind of put it down the side because it's pretty plain down the side. And I don't love leaving it plain. I'm going to move this, get it done just in case for now. Maybe we'll start down here so I know I have room. You are made we'll do stars up here. Up. Maybe we can scoot made over a little and maybe you over a little. Okay, that's pretty cute. Okay, so I pretty much think that's done. I like it well enough, and that's what I want every day, is just cute enough. And the reason I'm decorating every day is that I have a ton of stickers. Well, not a ton, but a good amount. Actually, probably a ton, yeah. And I don't want them to waste, and I want to use them up because I'm going through the declutter process. So anything that's like not being used is clutter and is stressful. So now I'm using these, and I actually like how this turned out. And I was worried because I'm not a fan of the sticker book at all. It like came in free with a set of things that I grabbed off of eBay, but no, actually probably Mercari. So I'm really happy with how it turned out though. Super cute. All right, this is ready to go back into the planner. Now what I like about this planner as a heavy planner memory keeping that's colorful is if I did not decorate for a day, I would still have a cute overall spread, but it is fun when I decorate. Just that much more fun to write in. So that is it for Thursday, May 22nd. We still have Friday and Saturday, so check back for those and some other videos coming up on the channel. Hopefully I get to all that soon. But that is it for this video. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're gonna be decorating for Friday, May 20th. And it is only Sunday right now, May 18th. But we're decorating ahead for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now we're gonna grab out for Friday, and also next video will be Saturday. So we're just getting this week done early prefer to do it like last week, but now it's Sunday and I'm a little behind. So I'm trying to get it done for the whole week as soon as possible. Now, if you don't know, I use a weekly overview vertical happy planner and I turn it into a 2-page daily. I like a 2-page daily because I can fit 6 planner topics into one spread. So I just open it up and I see everything for the whole day and all my topics. Last fall and then even earlier this year, I started with multiple planners and I was just flipping around too much, writing in the planner that I had open. So let's say I was looking at my wellness, but I thought of a work task, I would have just put it in there anyway because that's what I had open. So then I tried a few things out and I realized I wanted to do a 2-page daily. Tried a 1-page daily, tried a 2-page daily in Classic. None of that worked. So here we are in a 2-page daily in the big happy planner. And this is a 2017 undated memory keeping planner. I think it's really cute because it has the color already on the page in case you don't have time to decorate or just to accent some of your stickers. Where it could be empty, you have like a little color. I also like these color lines in between the vertical because it separates my morning time block, afternoon time block, evening time block. I like it a lot. So I measure 1/2 inch for each line that I'm writing here, that I'm making. And that can get me from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. with all of these boxes. I do use my top 3 as a top 3 lines as a top 3 for the day, and I start planning at 9 a.m. But if I wanted to, I could do 8, 7, and 6 a.m. So I have quite a few old happy planners that are super colorful and cute. I had a lot of classics that were really my favorite, and I tried to use Classic for a while this year for all of March, and I ended up really not liking it. It was just too small for me. I am a big planner gal. So I do still have several big happy planners that are cute and colorful, and we will be rotating through those for a 2-page daily until they're gone. And for 1 month, using a 2-page daily gets you about 9 months use of your planner. So I like that because I have several. And then when they're used up, we'll see what else we're gonna do. But anyway, because I am picky, I don't mind doing the maintenance for the planner. Let me see if this pen still works. So this that I'm making right now is my timeline. My morning timeline ends at 11 a.m., my afternoon 5 p.m., and then I move into my evening. Okay, so that is the maintenance. Now we're ready to start, and the sticker book that I chose for today is the Wrong Wrong accessory book from Happy Planner, and she has seasonal stickers in here, although they're made for a classic planner. I have quite a few left. So I do love these stickers, but in a big planner, you kind of have to use a lot, and it looks like a little busy when you're done, but I really don't care. I think they're cute. So let's just get them on. This lavender one says weekend plans, but I don't really care what it says. This is Thursday, yeah, so it is not going to be the weekend, but that is okay. I'm just going to put this one here. Now, one of the fun things about the memory keeping planner is it has extra lines and grids so that you can do a pretty good job of lining up your stickers. Maybe. You should be able to. Look at these fun gals. This says time to bloom. And we really have to start using up our, how many of those girls on there? Using up our spring stickers because spring is going fast. If you have noticed, before we know it, it will be summer. It's kind of crazy. We'll go up one more just so we can, what does this say? Documenting life one day at a time. I'm gonna put her over here. Do we have room for this one? Eat, drink, and just smile. I'm gonna put that over here. This is Love These Moments, which is fine, but I actually use this as a list for my kiddos, so. Because I'm finishing up these spring stickers, there are going to be some doubles of the gals. So like she's here, but we'll put her over here anyway. And maybe with so I'm just gonna kind of finish these off. So everything is gonna be a little bit of everywhere. That's okay. So we're gonna be box heavy here. Put this one down here at the bottom. Okay, just a few left. And then this big pink one. We'll have to get it on somewhere. Okay, so let's go over and make sure we have all the boxes off, and this is just like a box like maze, but it's still fun. What I don't like to do is keep like 3 or 4 stickers for spring for next year. Yeah, we got them all. So I think we will do some of these down here because they're fun. And I like to have some color down the side over here. I'm going to do the triangles over on this side. Or maybe just right in here. Okay, we'll take this the best day heading, and I think we'll stick it here. And we'll use up these gals. So that sheet's done. Okay. Now some headings, love this. Get it done. And some circles. So I'm not actually caring what these say, I'm just sticking them where I think I want that color. She's right there. That's okay. Well, we'll move her for this darker one actually. So that's another sheet gone. Let's top up these headings. Like I said, I want to use, I did add all the little headings, so they're like everywhere. So this is a super busy spread, but I still think it's fun. The colors are super adorable. The drawings are beautiful. I'm just going to add this purple stripe washi. And I think because we have enough headings and circles and other things, the triangles, I don't really need to add this down to the middle of the spread. I'm going to keep it only here at the top and not. Sometimes, actually often, I do washi somewhere in the middle of the spread. But tonight, let's just do it across the top and bottom. And I can see that the sticker is not straight still. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cute. So the last things that I have are these, like, what are they, hexagons that say little things. So let's do like a green noted here. We don't have a lot of green down here. I think there's not going to be a ton of room to write. This can say today. Maybe we'll do the to do up here. You can. Today, even though I don't really need lavender down here. And this one says pretty and strong. I think I'm just gonna put it there. And that's another sheet gone, and that is all for Thursday, May 23rd. Friday, Friday, May 23rd. So that took care of our entire stickers, and the next ones in here that we're going to use are these really, oh, they're back here, really cute summer stickers. Look at those. I'm looking forward to those. All right, so we'll get the date. So I'm just doing it in the light pink, which is kind of hard to see. Maybe I'll put it down here. Okay, Friday, May 23rd, and it is ready to go back into the planner. So this does have a lot of stickers because, again, it's made for classic. Also, I was trying to use up those spring stickers. So it's really busy, but I think it's super fun and cute. I always love Wrong Wrong stickers. Okay, so that is it for this video. Stay tuned and we will have Saturday and the Declutter Planner coming up soon. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with the Plan. I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today on Tamper with the Plan. In this video, we're going to be decorating for Saturday, May 24th. And we're on Tuesday of the week right now. And I'm still planning through the day. Friday is kind of what we're going to do on Saturday, and that's where I was just using all of my Happy Planner Wrong spring colored stickers. So it was a lot of stuff on the page. It's still a really fun and cute spread. So I'm going to do that same thing on Saturday. And the reason is I would like to use up my spring stickers instead of having like sheets with like maybe 1 or 2 stickers to put back into my stash for a whole year. So that's the idea. So the first thing I do is, if you haven't seen my videos before, this is a vertical big Happy Planner, but it's a memory keeping one, and that's why you see some like a currently over here for the week, picture, prompts, and some of these other fun boxes. This is from 2017, and I've had it this whole time. It's really pretty and colorful, so I decided to finally pull it out. And I'm making it into a 2-page daily. What I found out this year is I really like to have all of my topics in one planner and like opened up to one spread. So if it's wellness, if it's work, if it's cleaning, I really want to see it all in one place. So it took me a while to figure that out, and I've kind of been jumping around with different planners to test them out. And this is what I decided on, a 2-page daily, and I'm making it myself out of a Happy Planner big vertical. I like that I'm doing that because I don't want to waste this planner. It's just too cute to waste, and I've had it this whole time because I like it, and so now I'm finally putting it to use. Now, doing a 2-page daily out of a Happy Planner takes about 9 months for 1 month of pages. So it works out really well. I am getting to use all of my cute planners. Well, I will be using. And I'm really fond of the old Happy Planner style where there was a lot of color. Those are my favorite planners because if I do have a day or two that I don't get to decorating, I still have all this cuteness on the page. What I'm doing now is I'm just drawing lines for my time blocking section. So I'm essentially making an hourly layout over here on the right, 2 right columns. These lines are about 1/2 inch apart, and it gives me just enough room to write for my big handwriting. I'm really liking this size a lot. So I know this seems like maintenance, maybe it seems like a little too time consuming for a lot of people. The reason I'm doing it, there's several reasons. One is I want a planner a certain way, so then I know I'm actually going to have to adjust it myself. And when I think about it, like how much time I would take, because this is 6 planners essentially in one spread on 2 pages, how long would it take to just flip around to the 6 different planners and write what I needed to write in them? This kind of takes that time. So I don't see it as wasting time or taking up more time, because I do know from the fall I had 6 or 8 planners, I don't remember right now, but that was flipping around and writing something in every planner. Flip to my wellness, write it in my wellness. Flip to my work, write in my work. I was also doing light decorating on all of those planners because they were the plain ones. And I really don't like no color on the page. So between decorating and even just planning in 6 to 8 planners, this seems much more worth it to me. Okay, So that is essentially my timeline, and I do like to write in this, it's a fine liner from Happy Planner a really long time ago. I like to write my time in that, so let's see. Oh, it's supposed to be AM. I just messed that up. That's okay. Getting ahead of myself. I'm going to leave this one off because it has a cute little quote there, and I'm probably going to leave the quote too because sometimes the timeline can look really boring. So this is going to be 6. Okay, so if we look at this, I am going to try to fix this a little. How the vertical layout does with the timeline is nice. I really like it. You have like your morning block up here, your afternoon block, and then your evening block. So for today's decoration, I wanted to work on my spring stickers, try to finish these up. And what I have done, you can see there's a lot of loose pages in here. They're from different sticker books, and I just kind of grabbed them and put them all in here together so that they can be easy to find when I'm looking for spring stickers. I'm gonna grab a bunch off the top here. So I grabbed them towards the front for the colors that I'm looking for. I think that's gonna be good. Okay, so I'm gonna set these aside. We might be a little low on boxes. Oh, actually we have a few. We'll see what we can do with these. I know this is like a huge mess of papers. The colors that I wanted to go for are the green and the St. Patrick's Day stuff. We don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but I like the green, and then some purple, and then pink. So those are the 3 colors that I'm kind of focusing on. Some other colors will probably come in, and then we can see how we're gonna use those as well. And let's just get started. So this next week I will also just be trying to use stickers to say things like spring, anything with the word spring in it. Anything from, this is probably Valentine's, possibly, or at least, you know, usable for Valentine's Day. Let's see. And it doesn't ever bother me if it says like the wrong thing, because I really don't go back and read my spreads, the stickers. I read what I write. So I like it if it works out, like in a wellness section, to maybe say, I don't know, take some breaths or something, but if it doesn't have that, it's okay. All right, so we need some lavender already on this page. Let's see what we have. Oh, we have some of these fun boxes. Maybe we could do like a remember up here. Alright, so let's start on this other side. We have this other box that says spring cleaning list. And this is actually my cleaning section, so that's kind of fun. This is make your own look. It's obviously for St. Patrick's Day, but that's okay. Maybe we'll put it I don't want it to be like right next to that one, so maybe we'll put it down here. And this one kind of in there as some decoration. Alright, and some purple in there. This box is crooked. Should I fix it? No, it's coming up pretty easily, so we'll try it. Scooted it over a little, so now we'll just scoot that one over too. Okay. So let's do this purple just here. My 9 p.m. is pretty like wind down time from the day, so that's fine to cover. All right. And I'm gonna put a to do up here. I like having some things that come in the timeline because, like I said, it can get really plain and kind of boring. So this page is almost done, so we're just going to take off the last 3 things and kind of put them somewhere. We might have to move them, but that's okay. And then that page is done. And that is the goal. Get some stuff done. This is my weather section up here. Let's get a lavender box. And I usually put a temperature in a little box up here, like the average temperature for the day. So that'll work there. And now we have to buy. I will just put like a to buy list over here. We might add something else to that. We'll see. Okay, so for this one we have that colored box that obviously didn't come on that page, and this one. Then we have another page empty. So this could be fun. Where are we gonna put this one? Maybe over favorite picture here. Because we are not gonna be doing a picture. And then this fun flag, I like for some color over here. Okay, let's look at this page. Some trees, that looks fun. I think I'm gonna put them over here because, like I said, this side gets really boring in a lot of the spreads if I'm not careful. And I'm gonna have some of these clovers just kind of cascade down. We'll start like up here. I'll make them fall down. We'll have, I think we have another page with some. If not, we might have to move some over. A star. I'll just put that like in here. I'm gonna put it here for now, but we'll see. I don't think it's gonna stay there. That's a lot of green down there. I'm gonna use my rainbow up in my weather section. And this is crooked. That's okay. Now we have these succulents. They don't really go with the color, so I might move that to a different page. We don't do Easter. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. Okay, before we get much further, let me grab this. This is an extra sticker on here, and it's hearts. So I'm gonna put that over the trees just to give them like a little more decoration. And then we're gonna grab these. I still might need to scoot that one over, I think. I should just do it. way out of hand here. Okay, so I'm going to take the backing off of this. Let's stick a pink heart there. Oops, okay. I'm going to grab our pink heart out of here. And then this can go in the trash. And I do that sometimes when I want to move some stickers that I'm not going to use. So this succulent I'm not going to use right now. And this quote I'm not going to use right now. So for Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, we don't celebrate those. So we're going to put that on here, and then this sheet can be done. Okay. And I think we can move some of these over too. That also says Valentine's. Go. We're close on a lot of these, so I'm going to move the bunny over here because I'm definitely not going to use the bunny in this spread, and then we'll try to use these up. All right. To move some of these clovers too, which I want to use on this other side of the page, so that they're not only on one side. I might do one set over here because they're kind of falling cute. See how that works. Or we'll do two because I want to kind of bring it down to here. Yeah, that's good. And we have 3 left for this other side. Good day to have a good day. A little quote that's already on the page. And let's see, I think I'm gonna put some up here. Okay, so then we have some on both sides. All right, so this is gonna be a challenge. I am so lucky with a clover. And that just ripped. So I'm gonna just white out this week. The writing, I don't think the circle will show that much through. So we'll just put this up here. Yeah, I like that. For this Patty's Day, we will I think I'm going to leave day. Let's put that back on. Maybe put this down here. And then this just as a decoration over here. Maybe up here. Okay. Okay, let's do and have this say east. I don't know why. I like the gold and I like the florals, so we're gonna use the sticker. And I think we're just gonna put this over here. That's where I put it last time too, east. Just randomly over there. Okay. Now let's use some of these flags. This one says so much fun. This one says, I love this. Or just love this. This moment. We'll put it here. Maybe we need some pink there. We'll do pink there. We do have a lot of green so far. Smile, it's spring. Perfect. I'm glad we're getting rid of that because it actually says spring on there. So now we have green and purple left. This moment. And we'll do a today down here. And we still have this today. So I don't know, that's fine for now. They're kind of like on top of each other. So let's get the hearts off this page. And then two yellows. I think I'm gonna put these up in the weather because they match the rainbow. Okay, that page is done. All right. Let me see if there's anything else I really wanted to get on here. And we have a lot of space here. And we are gonna bring in the washi soon, so that'll help. I'm gonna put fly a kite in wellness because that sounds like something you could do just to have a nice day. We'll make it less crooked. I like how the kite was coming up, but the we don't want the words that crooked. Okay. Have a dinner party. We will put that down here by dinner. So we'll just put it in the middle here. I've been writing dinner over here, but I don't have a ton of room right there because of this currently stuff. So we'll just say, and I'll write dinner in there. Tea party and zoo, and then spring bucket list, which now it makes sense when all those things were. Have a dinner party, fly a kite. Spring bucket list, yep. We have a lot of green, but you know what? It's okay. Spring is green. Go to the zoo, that one says. This one says tea party. We have these fun gold hearts, a couple gold hearts here. So let's see. Let's just put some gold up here. So we're still gonna do the washi on top, but unless it's super thick, it gets kind of empty in this space here. spring bucket list. I'll just put some gold over here. And then the 2 hearts. So just remember, when you are trying to get rid of stickers like this, your spread is going to look, possibly, at least my spread looks a little chaotic, but still colorful and cute. So as long as it has that, I don't mind as much. So I guess I'm going to start a new box over here. I like having little boxes in my wellness section to track things. We will do this box, I guess, over here. We have a flower and sunglasses, and that page is done. Sunglasses for the weather. I think that could work. We'll put them like here, as long as I have room to write the temperature still. Okay, let's do washi. See what else we can fit on there with the washi. Okay, I'm gonna use this spotted washi. It's not my favorite, but it's neutral enough. I think it's gonna work. I don't usually use 4 strands of washi, but I'm going to this time. Yeah, it's fun enough. See how this is really boring down here, so we might move this circle a little lower just to get some color at the bottom. It's better. And I do also like going a little in my timeline with this because, again, it adds some type of color so it's not so plain. Go right about here. I'm going to get a little more length here. And then we will cut it from there too. I like that enough. Okay, so we're a little bare up here now. Alright, so I think I'm going to take this sticker that says Spring Faves. So I'm trying to use stickers that say spring because some of these like bloom. I mean, Easter doesn't matter anyway, but some of these like bloom can be used for other things maybe. Like if I'm doing a floral spread, I could still use bloom. But quotes that have spring in them I want to use. So let's do Spring Faves up here and see how it fills that in so it's just less plain. I like that. And then we have one more that says spring. This go on a spring vacation. I'm just going to put it above this day. I know it doesn't make sense, but also a spring break vacation for me does also not make sense, so that's okay. And then, okay, I think we can do stuff with this page, except maybe this guy. Just do a pink over here. I think I could use some today. So much yes to do. I'll just put it there, like right under, I think. So we won't really be able to write in this box anyway, so we can put everything over there for 5 p.m., which is usually dinner, making dinner. We do have one little pink box. I'm gonna put it up here in my wellness, because I do like boxes in here. Then we have today, to do, to buy, and to do, to buy. So I'm going to put these on for color just in different spots. Now when this box is separated, I like that usually. I can write something in here that I want to do and then write something down here I want to do, so I don't mind when they're separated like that. And I like the way it looks to have it go into the box. As long as it's not taking up the whole box and I have room to write, I'm pretty happy with it. There's a lot of headings down here. Let's put it up here for color. Maybe move this. No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll move this remember over here onto here. My tracker. Alright, so despite the craziness of this spread, I actually am liking it. It's a ton of stickers. It kind of looks like, you know, they just spread all over the page, but it's still fun and colorful. And what I want to do is, because this is all green over here, is just add some of these colorful parts, like hearts, stars, and just get like a little color on here. So let's do that. The green is good, it's just a little too much green. And we don't have a bunch of colors, so we'll do what we can to just make it not so green. What do we have next? Okay, we have a teal next, and then a purple somewhere. Let's do the purple down here. Okay, so that adds a little more color over there. And then, oh, we do have this last sticker, make your own look. It's just really with the theme here. So let's put that somewhere. That already says make your own look. So we'll do it over here somewhere. Oh, I might like it over here. So let's move this one. Okay, and that is going to do it. So I really got rid of the stickers that I wanted to use, which were all of these clovers, and I like the colors. It's kind of crazy, but it's fun and colorful. So this is going to go back into the planner. Now, I did kind of forget that Saturday, I don't really need a full timeline. So last Saturday, I'll show you what I did. Yeah. I made it like another weekly overview, like a pre-plan. So we're here on Tuesday. And this time I just did it like a 2-day spread. So I can still pre-plan in this. I like that I have the currently over here, and like this entire section here all the way until 8 will be actually rest. So what I think I'm going to do is just change. I did this one time, so let's just do it now so I can show you guys what I'm doing. I'm going to change this center section to my timeline after sundown. So that will be, let's see if this pen writes on here. I don't think it's going to. We'll use this one. 8 p.m. 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and I'll just do 12 in case. So now this is going to be my actual timeline for Saturday, and the rest of this is going to be pre-plans or notes for either the future week or thoughts about the past week. So that's how we fix that. I forgot that for just a moment. So I did a little more effort in the timeline than I needed to, but that's okay. I do like having lines to write on. So I could have like really decorated in. So anyway, all right, so that is done for Saturday, and I'm gonna go ahead and we'll use this whole column for Saturday, and I'll use these other columns for like pre-plan or thoughts on the week. This whole 2-column section, and we'll put a date on for Mojo Dojo Plans, pastel dated. Went into autopilot. So I'm just gonna alter March a little. Let me see how I can do this. If I cut off the R, whoops, where'd it go? Okay, let's get these on. So what I'm thinking is just right here. We'll put it here, Saturday, right in the middle. And I want to get this R up and put it upside down, and it kind of looks like a Y, you know, like a looped Y, kind of, not really. And then 24. So this whole section will be for Saturday, and then the rest will be pre-planned thoughts for the week. All right. And Okay, so that is it for this video. I know the clovers might be throwing some people off, but I think they're cute. They're definitely still for spring. I like all the colors and it is ready to be planned in. So that is it for this video. Check back and we were gonna just get started on next week. However, I do think we will do the June setup video coming up soon as well, just to get that planner ready. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I will see you next time. Bye guys.